Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona from the cold Arizona desert this morning. Gee whiz, it's 44 degrees out there. That's a little bit cold for us down here, but you stay inside where it's warm, do a little live streaming, invite some friends in, and here you are. Thanks everybody for being here. At my age, I've seen it all, done it all, and heard it all. I just can't remember it all. How do you like that cup? Had that one a long time. I can't remember when I got it though. Can't remember when I got it. Oki probably does though. In fact, she probably bought it for me. I have to ask her because I've forgotten. Mm, good coffee. I started my morning off with Ava Potterfield and friends, and thanks Ava for the raid. Appreciate it very much. Interesting conversation. I want to bring something up in a few minutes and get you guys' opinion. Let's see who we have here. We have Nosh here. Good morning. Good morning. Nosh is here early today. Good to have you. We have JW here, my neighbor from Tucson. Thanks, Jill, for being here. Lovely Arizona morning. Diane Phoenix is here. Good morning, Diane. Good to have you. Diane's getting ready to do a trip here soon, and she's looking forward to that. Melanetti, Living Free Zip Codeless is here. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you're doing well and staying warm. Fairy Duh, Sweet the Wild Winds. That's Bernae, a good friend and a channel supporter. There's Mo Bang for your bucks. Channel member. Thanks, Tim, for being here. Scrolling. We have Catherine Cook is here, and Rose is here. Good morning, Rose. Good to have you. Debbie F is here. Good morning. Yeah, Lucas is being a pill this morning. We spent the weekend camping, and he didn't have the normal freedom he's used to, and he wants to go out and play. So he's trying to coax us outside. It's just a little bit too cold for that. Lily T is here, and look at that. Bree is here. Good morning. Bree has a couple of new baby calves on her place, so she's celebrating that, and I understand she has one more coming soon. So she's a busy calf mama. Scrolling. There's Van Vita Travels. Good morning, Paula. Good to have you. Thanks for coming in. Hawkins Family Adventures is here. I don't know if I missed you, Sandra, but thanks for being here. Appreciate it very much. Lorna is here. Good morning. Lorna's been watching a lot of my videos. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. Hopefully I did. There's Ringo. Good morning, Ringo. Good to have you. Thank you very much for spending your Monday morning with the old guy from Southern Arizona. So we had the grandkids out camping. You know, when you have our daughter's a single parent and with three, I call them teenagers. One's 11 years old, not quite a teen, but she might as well be. So she has a job, full-time job at the school and a busy life. And so we wanted to try to get the grandkids out camping and get them out to relax a little bit. And also our daughter, Sheena, she has a pretty stressful, very busy job, and she needed some time away too. So we drove down the road a little ways, a couple miles down the road inside the monument. We set up camp out there where we could see Ragged Top out there. And we set up camp and we had the kids out there, made a campfire. Grandson Dylan chopped some wood, and we ran around on the side-by-side and had a good time. The kids did some geocaching while they were out here and had a really good time. So, and then we had some rain and we got to enjoy a beautiful rainbow, which I showed on the front end of the video. I'll play it again here in a little bit. You probably had commercials. I think I saw a comment that there were commercials from Mel and Nettie. And so StreamYard has changed their commercials, how they run their commercials. So I turned off the midpoint commercials. I'm not sure. You might see one at the 30-minute point in the video in the live stream here. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I think I was able to turn it off. We'll see. All right. 44. Tim says 44 is warm. I don't know about that, Tim. That's a little cold for us desert rats. Yeah, I agree, Jill. It's feeling like winter in southern Arizona. Yeah, thank you. That fits me well, huh? There's Bree posting Ava Potterfield and friends. Always start Monday morning out with them, and also on Friday evenings, her and Doug play some old time music, and we usually eat our dinner to, where else can you sit down to a concert and enjoy music, good music on a Friday evening? You usually have to pay for that. But Ava and Doug show us live on Friday evenings. So be sure to check them out. It's always a good time. 43 in Indiana. Yeah, that's cold for us. That is cold for us. We were kind of a little bit worried about the kids sleeping in the tent this weekend because it got down in the high 40s at night. I think it was 48, 49. But we got them, they brought blankets, and we had some sleeping bags set up for them. So they were warm enough where they really didn't need the sleeping bags. They laid on top of them. So it worked out real well. It is a lot of work with 3 teenagers and their mom, because Oki does all the cooking. I did cook hamburgers. In fact, you guys have to look at my photos, because vacation photos, everybody has to share vacation photos, right? So here's my grandson Dylan chopping wood, if it's going to come up. There it is. That's Dylan. He's 16 years old. He's driving. So he got to run around in the Jeep a little bit. And let me take that comment off of there. And so he learned how to do some wood chopping very carefully under supervision. And he chopped some wood for us for our fire. Let me see, back to photos there. I'm cooking some hamburgers over the fire, which is nothing better than having a meal over a campfire, huh? And again, we were inside the monument where we live. It's 129,000 acres, so we're able to just drive down the road. And we, found a good camp spot, which we're very familiar with, and set up there. That way the kids could run back to the house if they needed something, or we could, enjoy nature with them, but still be close enough to the house to run back if we needed to. And they had a great time. Got to do some marshmallows over the fire. That was Hallie's. This is Hallie on the right in the purple. There's Caitlin. And then Dylan and their mom, Sheena, and then me doing the cooking that night. And then, of course, there we are around the table, being silly. Had a good time. Good time. And, of course, we had Lucas out there, too, and he's turning out to be a good camper. Yeah, 16 years old. All right. Ron Darrell's here. Good morning, Ron. Good to see you. Let me get back here. All right. There's CR View, member for 13 months. Tim, Gracie, and Crystal. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the support. I'm going backwards here for a little bit. Ron Darrell, Mr. Trouble. Don't miss your appointment. Yeah, Ron's got an appointment this morning. Everybody has got you pegged, Ron. Trouble in the house. Trouble in the house. There's a link for Ron's channel. Ron does pop-up lives all the time, so you got to be quick. You watch him jump in there right away. Yeah, it was fun. And Lucas is doing pretty good. We used to have to kennel him at night, but we've got a nice bed for him inside the RV, so he slept on his bed, didn't even have to pull the kennel out. That was beautiful, wasn't it, Debbie? So we got up, Oki and I got up. Geez, it was just at sunrise, and there was a rain over Ragatop there behind us, that mountain behind us. There was rain, and then that rainbow showed up, and it was still dry where we were at in camp, but it was coming our way. So I put the drone up and recorded that rainbow. It came out pretty nice. Let me get back here. There's Ringo. Oh, Ava is here. Good morning, Ava. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, Rose. Appreciate that. Yeah, 43. Naja's in Florida, so 43 is really cold for you, huh? There's CR Views link. So check them out. Gosh, it's 80 degrees in Florida, 77% humidity. Yikes. 80 degrees is pretty good temperature, but I'm not sure about the humidity. Yeah, campfire cooking is the best, huh? And the wood, I bought wood and then took some mesquite wood with us, which we used to cook hamburgers. So that worked out pretty good. Thank you, Rose. Tim saying hello. Also a channel member. Appreciate that very much. Look, we got Dave Wanders. Good morning, Dave. Good to see you. Yeah, it's important. Their mom isn't able to get out very much, and the kids split their time between mom and their father's place, who's local. So when we get those opportunities, we have to take advantage of them. So it worked out really well, really well. There's Dave's link. Thank you, Rose, for posting that. Appreciate it. Dave Wanders comes out here to the monument and rides his bike out here and does some camping along with his wife. And this is one of his favorite places out here. And we love it so much. We bought some land within the monument, this privately owned area. And that was, 19 years ago. We had a small house built, and we just love it out here. Dave has to drive all the way from Tucson to get out here, so I can brag a little bit. Yeah, sometimes, Lily, you just have to make a decision and focus in on that. Okay, we're going camping next weekend. What do we have to do to get ready? And of course, you have to buy food and all that stuff and have a tent or whatever, you can afford. But sometimes you just have to figure out how to get it done. Yeah, that's our crew. That's our crew. And boy, oh boy, you guys know teenagers, they can eat a lot of food. And Oki was cooking all weekend long. Every time you turn around, a teenager's hungry. So what does she do? She goes in the kitchen there in the RV and she cooks something up and she spoils them. You know, eventually the teenagers grow up or they get involved in their activities and their friends, and they're not interested in hanging out with family as much because as they're growing up, it's natural for them to want to hang out with their friends, especially if they fall in love and they get a job and they got their own place. You may not see them. So Oki and I are very aware of that. And so while they're young, I mean, 16, a couple of years, Dylan might be off on his own. So we're trying to take advantage of every minute we can with them. And then, I'm basically their male figure in the house, in our family. And so I spend a lot of time talking with them and giving them what I think is fatherly and grandfatherly advice. I don't know if they'll remember. Hopefully, some of it will stick, but just some of the things that kids need when they're growing up. All right. Thank you, Sandra, for popping in. Yeah, we had fun, Naj. We had fun for sure. And thank you, Naj, for being a channel member. Really appreciate it. Warming up where Diane is. Oh, yeah, hamburgers. Nothing better than hamburgers. And these are Costco hamburgers, so they're good. They are good. Supposed to be 2 hours. They pushed surgery ahead a week. Uh-oh. I am pissed. 2 hours before supposed to be at hospital, they pushed surgery ahead a week. Well, that's good if you need it, but it's sure stressful getting there. Yep. Thank you very much. That's out where we live, Mel and Nettie. That's the Ironwood Forest National Monument. And this is actually a photo from our property looking out at Ragged Top Mountain. And you can actually see the tops of the saguaros have blooms on them. So that was in the spring. Well, June, I guess, would be June. In the summer when they start blooming. So yeah, it's we just love it out here. I can't say enough about where we live. Yeah, only use it a few days, and we're kind of like that too. We probably have a couple months where we wear hoodies and coats in the morning, and then in the afternoon. Okay, Dave, I got to think about this. Can I camp in your yard? Come on, man, I'll do chores. Dave, can you pick up dog poop? Because Lucas has a lot of dog poop in the yard, and I got to pick it up all the time. Maybe we could work out a deal, Dave. What do you think? Tommy's in the house. Good morning, She Devil Adventures. Working and lurking. Good to see you. I got to get back over there and see how you're doing on your bus. Looking good the last time I saw it. Yep, get healed up after your operation, Ron, and we'll see you here in Arizona. Ron's planning on coming down to Ironwood meetup February 2nd through the 6th. Phil, Leo's in the house. Good morning, Phil. Good to see you. There's She Devil's link, and she's building a bus, so, and doing it right too. Doing a great job. On the 4th. Okay. Yep. Treasure times to spend with them at that age. Yep. And Abe and Doug have grown up kids too, so they know how that goes. Incognito Metal Detecting is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Thanks for coming in. All right, so we had a good time camping, and the kids had a good time. Now we're in the cleanup mode, when you have to bring all your clothes back and everything. And so Oki's doing all the laundry. Let's see, they did some geocaching. We saw a nice rainbow. I'm going to play that rainbow video again for you guys, because I know there were a couple commercials in the beginning. But this is the rainbow that I caught with the drone. Oki went outside. She said, "Come out, you got to see this." So I came out and I rushed back inside, put the drone up in the air, and this is what I caught. Isn't that cool? So that's actually a video. It looks like a photo, but if you look at it real close, I sped it up 5 times. So I put the drone up, recorded about 15 minutes of video, and then I sped it up so you can actually see the sun moving down the mountain there. Came out pretty nice. That's what we woke up to Saturday morning. Crafty Travelers in the house. Good morning, Lonnie. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for being a channel member. Appreciate the support very much. Yeah, that's Ragged Top Mountain. That's Ragged Top Mountain behind me. That's where we live. Yeah, talking about Monday doctor's appointments. Definitely not easy to make those, especially on a Monday morning. I'll tell you what, Phil, Lonnie actually painted. She took a background photo that I had, and she actually did a watercolor paint. Crafty Traveler painted that view there and shared it. And she's actually going to be down here for the Ironwood meetup, and she's going to set up a little setup to show people how to do watercolor painting. And so that should be fun. Yeah, Dave knows Ragged Top real well. He camps out here all the time. There's something about Ragged Top that keeps drawing me to it. Can't explain it. I know what you mean, Dave. When I worked for the electric co-op, I came out here a couple of times. The second time I came out here, I was helping a customer with a well issue down the road, a couple lots down the road. And I made a comment to him. I said, wow, this is a beautiful area. I'm kind of been looking for land to get out of the city and move out into the rural area and here in Arizona. And Jim mentioned, he said, well, old Floyd's got that corner for sale. Why don't you go talk to him? Maybe he'll sell it to you. So I started thinking, the wheels started turning. So I came down here, walked the property, and I actually brought my lunchbox with me and scheduled my lunch here. And I sat underneath the Palo Verde tree. It was just bare land and felt really comfortable. And then Ragged Top back behind me and beautiful saguaros all over the property. And I said, you know, I got to bring Oki out here, show her and see what she thinks. So brought her out there the following weekend, and she walked the property with me. And then we started talking to the owner, Floyd, and eventually figured out how to buy the property. And then we had a small house built in 2004, and we just love it out here. So how do you take a vacation from this, huh? I mean, do you go to snow country? No. How do you take a vacation from this beautiful area? I don't know. Sometimes we do, but it's usually to go visit family. But yeah, I agree, Dave. Ragged Top Mountain keeps drawing me out here. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, Crafty Traveler does videos too, and she posts her travels on her channel, so be sure to check her out. Lucky Dog Productions moderator, that's Sue. Good morning, good morning. Good to see you. Hope your Monday morning is going well. After the first of the year, she's going to do a tutorial. Okay, it isn't hard to do a watercolor postcard. Well, it's not hard if you have talent. The question is, do you have talent? I don't have any talent, maybe a little bit in my pinky, but usually it's wrenching is about the only talent I have. Although I am building some cornhole boards for our meetup, so maybe I have some little bit of woodworking talent. Everybody's saying hi to Sue. You go east to the lakes. That's what Diane says. I have seen some videos of people out at the Great Lakes, and yeah, I could see that. Not in the wintertime, though, right? Oh, that's hot there in Palm Desert. That's hot. One of our neighbors was in Palm Desert. In fact, she started the Living Museum, not museum, but it's a zoo and a botanical garden there in Palm Desert. She started that back 40 years ago. Well, you'll have a challenge Lonnie. I want you to try. You'll have a challenge with me, but I'll try it. I'll try it. Oh, thanks, Naj. You know, putting a drone up, and you see some people's drone videos, and they do the best they can, but you put a drone up in the air. This one's all folded up for storage, but you put a drone up in the air, and when you're turning it like this, it's really jerky, and so you have to learn how to be real smooth on the sticks, right? So that you don't get that jerkiness. That takes a lot of practice, and you have to have the settings correct on your control, and so that takes a lot of practice. So I've flown a lot, and I'm getting pretty decent with it. Yeah, another cup of Java. I hear you, Ron. Yeah, I don't drink much alcohol anymore either. Getting too old for that stuff. All right, we're getting some direction from Diane further east, upstate New York, Finger Lakes. Now Diane, we lived in New Hampshire, and we did some traveling around. Boy, New Hampshire is a beautiful state. Upstate New York, yeah, we drove up there once to look around. Oh, Palm Desert is in California, Phil. You know, don't go to the Great Lakes in the winter. Just a few miles south of. Oh yeah, I've heard they have that lake effect snow. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And that's the majority of my content is drone footage. It's something I enjoy doing. Hopefully, it's not too boring for people, but I try to put some nice music with it, make it relaxing. There's no talk, no. I'll throw a couple of titles in there once in a while, but mostly it's just drone video with some nice music. So I think some people enjoy it. I mean, I have a tiny channel, but it's something I enjoy doing, so I'm going to share it. And of course, the Lucas shorts. I mean, I get thousands of views and lots of comments. And who doesn't love a puppy? Everybody loves a puppy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. It just takes longer. So, how many weeks do you have, Lonnie? Because it might take me a couple weeks to learn. There's Roy and Becky. Good morning. Good morning. They're coming up here in a couple hours. They have a live stream coming up. Now, Roy had a health scare here recently, but he's doing better now. And I assume he's going to be live. He and Becky are going to be live, but he's doing better. So be sure to run over there and check out their live stream. They're at 11 o'clock Arizona time. So it's 8:30 right now. So 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 2.5 hours. They'll be live this morning. So stop by their channel and get a report on how Roy's doing. That is a, let me open it back up. It's a DJI, Phil. It's a DJI Mini Mavic, and this is the 2. I started off with a 1, with a Mini 1. This is a Mini 2. It's a 249 gram. It's registered. I took the Pilot Institute course to get my Part 107. That's the commercial license. So I can share video on my monetized YouTube channel. You have to have a commercial license in order to do it legally. So this is the Mini 2, and this is the 4K camera, which is nice. The only thing this one lacks is it doesn't do real good for night video. I want to pick up the 3. They have a 3 version out, which is a better camera. and it has better night vision. So that's going to be my next upgrade. This one has a lot of hours on it, and this Velcro on top I use for a strobe. So when you fly at night, you're supposed to have a strobe on your drone so that it can be seen from at least 3 miles away. So if I do go up at night and fly it, I put a strobe on there, a flashing strobe. But it doesn't take really good video at night because the camera is not, is not conducive to that. So, and then see, it just folds up. And also, if you're a commercial pilot, you're supposed to register your drone with the FAA. And so mine is registered. And if I lose it, there's my phone number. So if somebody finds it, they'll call me, hopefully, and get the drone back to me. So far, this one, I haven't come close to losing it, but it can happen if you fly around the backside of a mountain and you lose connection. It'll try to get back to you automatically, but sometimes it gets lost and you have to go find it. So anyway, that's the drone that I have. There's Roy and Becky's link. Thank you, Rose. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, it is. It's beautiful up there. Yeah, White Mountains in northern Arizona. And that's nice about Arizona is the diversity that we have. We have the Sonoran Desert here down south. And then, you can drive, where Roy and Becky are is Quartzsite, Arizona, which is, west of Phoenix, still in the desert, similar to this, but it's more scrub brush type desert. And then you go another hour north and you're up in the pines. So where the White Mountains are. So yeah, it's very diverse state. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate that. You know what? I appreciate that, Ava. Thank you. Scrolling. Okay, so you're still taking the week off, still not up to par just yet. All right, so no live stream this week. So concentrate on getting well. And we'll see you back up there soon. Yeah, sometimes you have to take some time off. That's right. Thanksgiving's coming up, huh? I think we're talking about doing ham this year. And the grandkids are going to be over at their dad's place. So it'll be just our daughter and Okie and I. Absolutely, Sue. YouTube will wait. Your health comes first. Yep. When you get into the FLIR stuff, Phil, you're talking $12,000 to $15,000. That's your night vision cameras. Yeah, you're getting up there in price. I'd love to have one because I actually operated a FLIR camera when I was working for the electric co-op. So we would have inspections. So I'd go through our electric substations and look at them with the FLIR camera. And when you have hot connections, that means you have a connection that's going to fail eventually. If it continues to get hot, you have a high resistance connection, it's going to fail and cause a power outage. And so I did inspections on all our substations and a lot of equipment out on the power lines and found hot spots, and we scheduled them for repair or replacement of equipment before they caused power outages. So we spent $50,000 on a camera, and I think we saved a bunch of money by fixing stuff before it caused power outages. All right, so blood pressure is 115/77. Now, Roy, you'll find that it takes time to get used to the blood pressure medication. I went through that too. I'm also on medication for blood pressure, and then sometimes they'll over medicate you. So keep a logbook. And I always had issues in the afternoon if they were over medicating me, and my blood pressure would drop too low. And so it takes time to get used to it for your body to adjust to that. But 115/77 is very good. It is not easy. What I did, Naj, was I went to the pilotinstitute.com, signed up for a course. It's called the Part 107 course. They actually have some free classes you can take. But I signed up for the Part 107 course and took the course. It was $150 at that time. Took the course, and if you pass their course, they guarantee that you'll pass the FAA test. So you have to go in and take a test through the FAA, scheduled ahead of time. You have to go to one of their testing centers, et cetera, et cetera. It's kind of a pain in the butt. But if you want to share video on your monetized channel, or if you want to do work, and make money with your drone, you have to have that Part 107 commercial license. Otherwise, you can get some big fines. You're supposed to keep track of maintenance records. I keep track of propeller changeouts on mine. There's really not much else for maintenance. If I crash the drone, I have the insurance through DJI where I just send it in and they'll repair it or replace it and send you back a new one. So if I change props, which is basically the only thing that I do, if I run into something and I break one of these props, I can change them. And I do keep track of that. But yeah, technically for anything that you fly, you're supposed to keep maintenance records. Yeah, definitely looked better. I mean, he was scary high there for a while. Van Life Voyages is here. Good morning. Good morning. This is Tanya. She has a live stream coming up here in about 10 minutes, 12 minutes from now. So we'll do a Desert Adventures in Arizona raid over to Van Life Voyages. And I think she's doing a sit-down chat, actually a live stream this morning. So if somebody finds that link, if you could drop it. There it is right there, Rose. Thank you. That's the link to the channel. And Rose wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Same to you. Same to you. There they are. So regular turkey, but smoked turkey for Christmas. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Picking up a turkey dinner setup on Wednesday. Just bought a ham and have been eating that all weekend. So normally we do a big dinner, with the grandkids. And since they're not going to be here, we're just going to do something small. That sounds good. Yeah, ham is good. Not doing that much anymore, Dave, but yeah, I did that for 21 years. Enjoyed it too. Enjoyed it. It was good work. It it takes time. Yeah, adjustment part. Yeah, it takes time. You're going to feel real lethargic for a while, Roy. And what I had to do is just get up and walk. So I know you do your morning walk sometimes, and just get up and walk and kind of get the blood flowing, because after being high blood pressure, and you're basically peaked, your whole body is peaked, including your blood pressure. When they lower it down, it really makes you lethargic. Yeah, Diane knows how that is. Good advice, Naj. Good advice. Now, I've had doctors want to over medicate me. So, what happens to me is I go in for my checkup appointment. I sit down and I'm nervous, right? Because who likes to be in the doctor's office? And they take my blood pressure and it's high. And they say, Mr. Byer, your blood pressure is kind of high today. Yeah, are you doing okay? And I said, well, I'd be doing better if I wasn't sitting here in the doctor's office. And I pull out my logbook and I say, here's my normal readings. I took my reading this morning. I take it for at least a week or 10 days before my appointment. Oh, yeah, your readings are fine. Okay, because otherwise they'll try to over medicate you. Well, sir, your blood pressure's too high, so we're going to up your meds and we need to get that back down. Well, if they get it back down to the point to where your blood pressure is low in a stressful situation, what's going to happen when you're relaxed? And so in the afternoons, I'd have trouble keeping awake because my blood pressure was too low. And so, I mentioned that to Roy, and using the logbook really helps. And that's great advice, Naj. Great advice. Yeah. All right. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Look at that. We got Badge in the house. I almost slept in. Thanks for being here, Badge. Appreciate it very much. And then we have Happy Place Camping. Sorry I'm late. So busy. Well, it is a holiday week. No worries at all, Felix. No worries at all. Another great channel. Right in 10 minutes over to Van Life Voyages. Thanks, Diane. Everybody's saying hello to Badge. Badge is up north of us, enjoying our warm weather now. Came down from Canada, and he brought some friends with him. So we're looking forward to meeting them. All right, Incognito's going hunting this morning. Just wanted to say hi and give you a later, Gators. Let's hunt. Good luck with your hunt. Be safe. Yeah, somebody drop Crafty Traveler's link too, if you don't mind. There it is right there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And what happened to me when I was a kid, they put me on blood pressure medication when I was in my 20s, and I was in the military. I was running, 10 miles every other day. I thought I was in good shape, and I went into the dentist and they took my blood pressure medication one day and they said, ooh, Airman, your blood pressure's too high. And they sent me across the street to the medical clinic and they said, oh, yeah, your blood pressure's too high. Of course, then you're starting to worry, right? So I'm in my 20s. I'm freaking out like, am I going to die of a heart attack here? What's going on with my heart? And so from that point on, every time I go into the doctor's office, I get, stressed, and they call that white coat syndrome. And I got it big time. So I have to do the blood pressure monitor at home. In fact, the VA doctor made me bring my blood pressure cuff in, and she checked it along with theirs, and she said, okay, I'm satisfied it's accurate. So the readings that I bring in, she trusts them. So, oh, absolutely, Phil. It happens to me every time. In fact, I even had a Zoom call with the one of the clinic ladies there, and she wanted me to take my blood pressure, and it was high. And then I showed her, okay, here's my pressure at 7 o'clock this morning. Okay, I'll take that one. And she wrote that one down. 2 Thanksgivings to attend this week. Uh-oh, you're going to put some weight on. No snow shovels in Arizona or California, at least Southern California. No snow shovel. There might be some sun to shovel, but no snow. Get a lot of Bambi. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, he's doing better. He's doing better. He's got to get used to the meds and recover, but he's getting better. Stand up slowly. Yep. Yep. I have to do the same thing, Diane. Medical Clinic 6612, Mel said. That's probably over there in Texas somewhere. Oh, that's a great strategy. Yeah. Meditation when BP. And so they also told me take a deep breath, hold it in, and then when you hear the beep and they start taking the measurement, then slowly let your breath out. And it does work. I've tested that at home, but it's hard to do in the office when they're asking the questions. So, sir, how much alcohol do you drink? Well, I drank like 2 beers last month. And they give you that look like, really? Really? I said, yeah, I'm not a heavy drinker. I don't drink. And so they're asking all these questions. There's Van Life Wages, so be sure to pop over there and let them know we sent you, and I'll see you over there. All right, so Roy's sharing what happened. Blood pressure was 256 over 179. He had a nosebleed that lasted for hours, lost a lot of blood. They actually had to call an ambulance to pick him up. And not fun for sure, but good thing Becky was there and their friend Tim was able to get him some help, especially getting back home again. All right, so 57 minutes. Yeah, you get that too. And then they also ask you, and I know they ask the women, and I understand that, but they also ask you, do you feel safe at home? I'm like, well, Oki's not pissed at me today, and she never smacks me around. Yeah, I think I feel safe. And then what else they ask you? Do you feel depressed? No, I don't have to work anymore, so I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed. Oh, I think Oki's going to come in and smack me for saying that. I might be in trouble. Oh, you have low blood pressure. Wow. I wish I had that problem. Of course, probably not a good idea. I think I'm standing in Iowa that drops about half. That sounds like a good strategy. Yeah, I understand they have to ask you that because some people are afraid to say anything, and so they ask, and they actually record your answers. I always say, just do my checkup and let me go home. That's what I'm there for. The VA takes good care of me, and I appreciate that, but it's not a place I want to be. Good answer. Oki's doing her job well. Yeah, I couldn't live without her for sure. She takes very good care of me and all the kiddos, and she spoils us all, and she works her butt off. Top numbers in the 80s or 90s. Modern numbers usually. Wow, that is low. I've never been that low. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Oh yeah, they asked that. That's the very first question, Felix. Do you smoke, or do you use tobacco? I think is how they ask it now. Well, it has to grow on you, Roy. I know it has to grow on you. If you come out to the desert, the first time is usually not impressive if you're from a place that has a lot of green. But come back a second or a third time and it hooks you, right? You know that. I don't hate doctors. Bamboo under fingernails is more fun. I agree, Badge. I agree. All right, Crafty Traveler. Thanks, Lonnie, for coming in. Appreciate it very much. It is 1 hour, so I'm going to run a couple of videos for my outro. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Appreciate it very much. I'm going to show you my newest video that just posted, and it's called The Rock.
I'm so
Thank you.
high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown, but I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind, I like the way it feels, no need to set off the alarm, no. So I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone, oh. I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dream and fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet. I see the finish line.